And right there, that kind of sums up the possibilities for the open position blues scale. Moving on, we're going to venture out of that scale and go into what's called the pentatonic extension, which is a little box kind of shaped like a house. Right up here, a whole step above your outside notes in the blues scale. So, that box is going to be 4th fret G string, 3rd fret B string, 5th fret B string, 3rd fret high E string, and 5th fret high E string. It's just the octave of what's found here inside the actual scale. But it has tons of different possibilities, and since they're higher notes, it packs a little bit more of a punch, and it's something that a lot of players will like to save as they progress through their solo and the intensity rises. Alright, so there it is. A lot of times you'll see players stroll up their blues scale and slide up into this little box. Maybe harmonize a couple of the notes. Lots of popping and vibrato, hammer-ons. So here's a really classic style blues lick that you might hear a lot of. Let's give that a try. We're going to play 4th fret G string, 3rd fret B string, and repeat that phrase twice. Then we're going to do a hammer-on from 3 to 5 on the B. Just slam that finger up. Plenty of vibrato at the end, just for a little bit of flavor. You can also take your middle finger and really pop those strings just to get them to have a little bit of emphasis on the last note there, the root E. Alright, so that's a really useful lick. You can slide up into it. Slide back to the main kind of headquarters of the scale here. And start mixing up all those licks that I've shown you so far. Alright, moving on. We've covered the blues pentatonic scale in the open position. And the extension. Now we're going to talk about my favorite position. We're calling it BB's box. So BB's box is the same little shape here, this kind of tent shape or house shape box that we have here between 3 and 5. We're just going to take that up a whole step. So now, a lot of the licks that I have here will work a whole step up as well, but it's going to be a major scale underneath of the 4 chord. Okay, so here's a nice little phrase you can use in the BB's box position. Alright, I'm going to break it down real slow for you. There's obviously a lot of different variations you can play to this. We're going to slide up to our top note there. It's the G string, 6th fret. Go to the 5th fret, B string. Up to the 7th fret of the B string. A hammer and a pull off from 5, 7, back to 5. Back to the 6th fret of the G string. 5, 7 on the B. And then resolve here on the 5th fret, which is our E, which matches our root. So it would be great if you were able to land that right as the progression turned around. Right on that E chord, right as the progression turns back around to the root. Alright, I'm going to give you one last little tidbit. This is a cool thing that we call the railroad lick. And I'll be sure to make some separate videos about all these different phrases and different styles of playing, but this is one of my all-time favorite blues licks. So I'm going to put my middle finger here on the 8th fret, and my first finger here on the 7th fret of the E string. So I have 8th fret B, 7th fret E. I'm just going to bend that middle finger up, and then I can go back to the BB's box. But I like to get a little weird with it. Sometimes I'll play bend, And I think that's something I probably took off Jimi Hendrix while he was playing Red House or something like that. But we can play the 9th fret back to the 7th fret E, and then back to the 8th fret B string. So we have 9, 7, 8. So if I'm playing over top of that, and then I'm back to BB's box, maybe to the extension, to the blues scale, and now I've covered all my bases. And of course I can take this blues scale and play it an octave up here on the 12th fret. And do all the same kind of licks and stuff. I just got to kind of think about how it would be fretted. Okay, so that was your basic guide to blues soloing in the key of E. Hope everyone got something out of that video. It wasn't just about the licks, it was about the positions, the different boxes, and where you can go so that way you can be creative. I have plenty more videos coming up, so keep checking back and please subscribe. I'm Rob from Swift Guitar Lessons saying happy picking.